Hey guys, welcome back to Remolink. It is another Percy Jackson Friday, and there's 104 days of vacation. And school might just come along and end it. So the end of a problem for our generation, maybe it is actually my generation, because this show kind of did come around the time of my demographic. But anyways, we're sorting characters for Phineas and Ferb today. I know Phineas and Ferb is back. We have 10 characters to get through. Not every single character from Phineas and Ferb is getting sorted today. Any of those characters that I didn't sort today, tell me in the comments below. And any of the characters that I do sort today, and you think they should have gone someplace else, again, tell me in the comments below. Since we do have double-digit characters, I'm just going to put the cards on the screen. I'm not going to show them usually with double-digit characters. I put the cards on the screen, and usually that means they're not going to get an infinitive answer. Today, I'm going to try to get them an infinitive answer. So, yeah. Anyways, for anyone who doesn't know what sorting is, who's new here, sorting is me sorting characters into the cabins of Camp Half-Blood. It's based on attributes, personalities, what they do in the movie or show that they're in. So, there's that. Reason why Hera and Artemis are in here, even though they don't have demigod children, is they do have cabins still at Camp Half-Blood, and this is a what-if scenario, like, what if they did have kids, like, or, for Artemis' sake, who would join the Hunters of Artemis, and stuff like that. Okay, so let's jump right in. For these first two characters, I'm gonna do something different than what I normally do, because they go hand in hand with each other, but I'm gonna put them in separate places. That is Phineas and Ferb. The reason why I'm doing them at the same time, but still wanting to put them in different places, because they are very similar to each other in that way, shape and form. They're still both builders, they're planners, like, thing like that. So, for these two, I've seen arguments for both Athena and Hephaestus, of course, for both of these guys, and, like, there's literally a whole thing saying, like, oh, Athena is Ferb's missing mom, and Hephaestus is Phineas' dad, that they're physically demigods, and that's why we don't see their parents, because the gods don't really give a crap about their kids, and blah, 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 blah. But anyways, I know that's a whole joke, I know that's a whole thing, but anyways, let's start with Phineas. For Phineas, he's more of the planner, more of the, I guess, problem solver kind of way, but he's more like the planner, the more of that way, so I'm thinking he's more actually Athena in that case, because he is more the planner, more of, like, he can be a little hot-headed, and, like, when stuff doesn't go his way, and, like, he's more the, like, the thinker of it all, but not saying that, like, Ferb isn't smart, he is very smart as well, and that's a great segue for Ferb, and for Ferb, he's more of the builder, more of the quiet one, and I'm thinking that's just for him. Again, like I said, I know there's a whole conversation / joke about it. They're demigods, that Hephaestus is Phineas' dad, and Athena is Ferb's mom, because they're biological parents we don't see in the show, because they're a blended family, and they're stepbrothers, and blah, 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 giving them the opposite parents' gender. Technically, with the Greek gods, they can change their gender, and or, you know, can pop from Athena's head. Phineas could literally pop from Athena's head, and maybe she liked Linda, and maybe Hephaestus turned female for some reason, and liked Ferb's dad. I cannot remember Ferb's dad's name. Anyways, the gods are weird. Let's just go with that. So yeah, with them out of the way, apologies if that sounded really off and weird. I just really wanted to group these two together, because I know hand in hand they can go back and forth between Athena and Hephaestus in that form. So anyways, let's move on with the next character. It's Candace. So Candace's main instruction in the show, or even movies, is trying to bust her brothers to give their mom to see, like, what they're doing, that they're not doing normal kid things. There's not really a tattletale god, the one that, like, tattletales everybody, and she is, like, a teenage girl, and is obsessed with Jeremy, and her relationship in that, like, lovey-dovey crap thing. Really the only place I could think to put her because of that logic, and I know this is terrible logic, is Cabin 10, Aphrodite. Again, another one where their mom is with a female god. Maybe they turn male. Maybe Linda's bi. Who knows in that scenario? So yeah, that is really a poor excuse of one, so apologies for that. Next up is Perry! Perry is platypus! Hope I don't get copyright for that. Anyways, for Perry the platypus, sorry, every time I say his name, I'm gonna say it like that. For him, I wasn't 100% sure, because, like, he is, like, secret agent. He does outsmart Dr. Doofenshmirtz, which isn't hard, but still goes at it with him and stuff, and he is a smart platypus per se as well, since he, like, keeps his identity secret, because he does, like, love the kids and everything else. So really the only place, like, I think to put him was Cabin 6, Athena. Him and Phineas can be brothers. He just has to hide it more about him being a secret agent to his now half brother of godliness. So, and I just think it's funny having a platypus in Athena's cabin. It's not the weirdest thing I put in a cabin at Camp Halfway, because I know I put a lot of weird things in cabin 9 of Festus, but I think that's this is one of the first times I put something weird-ish, per se, in another cabin that wasn't Hephaestus. Let's just say that. Okay, so of course, we just talked about Perry. The platypus! We just said his arch rival, which is Dr. Juffinsearch or Dr. D, and my brain is immediately thinking back to the stupid dumb video I did a couple years back after I did a Dr. Juffinsearch Dismount. Roll the tape, editing me. A platypus? Harry the platypus! A platypus! Harry the platypus! Yeah, that scene. I still think that's funny. I still think that video is funny. Anyways, very crappy and funny all at the same time. Anyways, okay, for Dr. D, I do have a place where I want to put him, and this is going to be very funny and weird, especially with me swearing Ferb earlier. Truthfully and honestly, I'm Kevin and Festive, because he does, like, build his inventions and stuff. I wouldn't put him in Athena, because there usually is a big glaring plot, and Athena definitely would not take him. But Hephaestus might, and it's going to be weird knowing Ferbs and Hephaestus, and hopefully this dies down the rumors of Dr. D being Phineas's dad. Okay, so for our next character is Buford, and this is one of really the only characters where I have two places where I want to put him, depending on his mood, and that is either Aries or Hephaestus. I think either work depending, like I said, on his mood, because originally Buford is the bully. He's that trait in the friend group / character trait in general. He's like the muscle of the group and kind of as well. And then like the other one was Hephaestus, because Phineas, Ferb, Baljeet, Isabella are all his friends. He does care about them. I know there's a ship with him and Baljeet really well. And like he does care about his friends. He is loyal to his friends at time to time. He just doesn't show the loyalty, like, oh, I care about my friends part too much, because he has to like keep his reputation intact as the bully, sort of say. I'm torn between Hephaestus and Aries, and knowing that I've already done 2 people in Hephaestus, and knowing how many more characters we get through, and knowing where I want to put them, which, spoiler alert, Hephaestus, I'm leaning more towards Aries in that way, shape, or form, but don't get me wrong. By me saying this, I'm not saying anything terrible towards Aries kids, because Aries kids are more defensive, but they can still, like, care about people. I usually make this comparison with a lot of people like this. Clarice. Originally, she was tough and rumble. She, was, I didn't care attitude, but slowly but surely through she starts, caring about people, especially, with Chris, because she's the one who, brings him back to health and looks after him if they fall in love and blah, 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 blah. And look how, Clarice is in the show as well. Slowly but surely starts caring a little bit more and more as well, especially within season 2 towards the end there, but still, of course, she's got her quest to do and blah, blah, blah. But anyways, for Buford, I'm thinking Cabin 5 Aries for this logic. And I want something different, because I know what's happening after this next character. I know what's happening, and I don't like it, but it's happening. Anyways, for our next character is Baljeet, and of course, just right off the bat, he's the smart nerd. He's the one that Buford bullies every time, and they have this love-hate relationship pretty much, and people ship them together, and blah, blah, blah. He's the smart kid. Yeah, Cabin 6 Athena. It's really not that difficult on that one. So yeah, you know how I just said with Buford, me going back and forth between wanting him to be an Aries and wanting something different than just Hephaestus, because I know what's coming up next. Yeah, this is what next. These next 3 characters, you know what? I'm just gonna group together because they're all going to the same place in my mind. It's Norm, Carl, and Isabella. Yeah, I'm just grouping these 3 characters together. They're the last 3 characters. Screw it. It's my video. So all 3 of these characters are loyal and caring to their people. Norm, he is loyal and caring to Dr. D. Technically, it's his dad, so of course he loves and cares about him. Isabella is loyal and caring to the Fireside Girls, to Phineas and Ferb, and all her friends there. And yes, I know she has feelings for Phineas, and Aphrodite could work out too, because that's literally the conversation I had with Candace just a few minutes ago. I know that could work, but I feel like she has more of Hephaestus in her, and we never see her dad, I don't think. And then Carl, he's always been loyal to Major Montague, which I didn't sort today, which, let's be honest, he's probably going to be Athena as well, but he's also can be steered off differently, and that kind of loyalness and like thinking, oh, I'm helping, but per se. So yeah, all three of these characters, these last three characters, Kevin and Hephaestus, I'm sorry, I just grouped these together because I knew what was happening. I literally said it with Buford wanting something different, knowing that this is going to happen. So we just sorted those three together. So we got a mix of a normal sorting video and a non-normal sorting video. But still, everybody got a place and everybody got an infinite answer. So yeah. Anyways, that's all the characters that I'm sorting today from the show. Again, I know I missed quite a few characters. Tell me in the comments below where you think they should go. Any of the characters that I did sort today, again, tell me in the comments below. Like those last three ones, do you think they should have gone someplace different? Is it just going to be all Hephaestus, Disney, and Athena? Because that's usually how it goes with these videos. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this crazy insaneness of me just doing all of this for this video for Phineas and Ferb because it's a fun and wacky show. Please make sure to like and subscribe, all that wonderful jazz. Last video right there, subscribe beneath me. Playlist of all the sorting videos are right up there. Also will be in the link description below with the Percy Jackson playlist, and I'll see you guys next time here on Rainbow Link.